Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you the 6 secrets to piping sunflowers. Sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers. They just feel different than the rest. I swear if sunflowers could talk, they would say, "Come be happy with us." They just have that vibe. And these secrets are going to help you be happy while you pipe your sunflowers. Save you lots of frustration. Here's the tools you're going to need if you want to take a quick screenshot of this. If you're liking this video, click the thumbs up button to let me know. If you'd like to learn how to bake and decorate more cakes and sweets, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video. Alright, let's get piping. Let's do this. I colored my buttercream with golden yellow. Buttercup yellow looks very similar, but golden has that deeper sunflower look. And I used Wilton gel icing color in this video. And I like to color my buttercream black by first turning it into chocolate buttercream by adding cocoa powder, and then to turn it from dark brown to black, that's when I add the black gel icing color. Alright, so secret number 1, drum roll please, is to reverse it. So I think most people would naturally start with the lower layer of petals and then do the second, then the third top layer, and then lastly do the center. So we're going to do that completely in the reverse and pipe the center first, then the first layer of petals, then the second, then the third. There's a few reasons why we do it this way. First of all, that first layer of black buttercream is going to give your first layer of petals something to stick to. It's not necessary, but it's helpful, especially that first layer, which is going to be standing up the most. Also, we want to see that pretty definition of the beginning of the petal, and if you do the black last, you cover that up. And the reason why we pipe the first layer of petals first is because those are the ones we're going to see the best. So we want to make those look the way we want it to look, and then have the other layers determined by the first layer. And overall, I just feel like it looks more real when you do it this way. The center is really easy to pipe. You just take a tip number 18 and you squeeze until you build a base, and then stop squeezing and pull away. Alright, now we're going to do our first layer of petals, which brings me to secret number 2. Secret number 2 is to stay centered. And what I mean by that is always be aware of the center of your flower, because that is where you're going to want your petal to be coming from. You want all your petals to always be coming from the center of the flower and pulled straight outward. When you don't do this, you'll know because you won't have a round flower. So this first row, we're going to pipe it like a 45-degree angle, maybe less. And the most important thing is to first make sure you pipe a nice base. If you don't build up your base first, your petal is not going to have anything to hold on to, and it's going to end up looking wonky. And as you pull your piping bag out, you're going to want to slowly release pressure. When it's at the length you want, you're going to stop, release pressure completely, and quickly pull the bag away. And we're done with that first row of petals. This is going to bring me to secret number 3. Secret number 3 is to chill with your refrigerator. So you're going to want to put your sunflower in the refrigerator or the freezer if you're impatient like me, but don't leave it in there too long. This is going to help your sunflower chill, and it's going to help you chill as well. So your buttercream is going to harden. That's going to make it a lot easier to pipe the second row, because your buttercream is not going to want to stick so much to the first row. It will stick to it, which is good, but it won't like smush together. And when you're new, this is very helpful. Now this is a step you can completely skip once you feel comfortable piping sunflowers. It's also helpful because especially if you put it in the freezer, if there's a petal you don't like, you can just break it off and redo it. Or maybe one of your petals didn't come to a point. When it's hardened like this, it works more like clay, except the warmth of your fingers kind of melts it. So you could pinch the tip of the petal and turn it into a point. See what I mean now? Chilling with your fridge. So you can make these sunflowers on cupcakes, or you can tip a cup upside down, stick a little piece of parchment paper on there using buttercream as glue, and pipe your sunflower on that. Put it in the freezer for a little bit until it hardens, and you can transfer it onto your cake. Or you can just pipe it on your cake, but this, you may find this way easier. All right, let's pipe our second row. Just use your first row as a guide and pipe a petal in the opening or in between the first layer of petals. You're going to want to put the tip of your piping tip underneath the first layer, and the angle is going to be a little bigger, so it's going to be slanted a little more downward toward the cupcake. And you're going to pipe it close underneath so that it sticks to the first layer of petals. And then chill that layer of cupcakes before you do the third layer. And the third layer of petals are going to be at a 90-degree angle, so straight out. But this time you're going to use your second layer as a guide and pipe the petals in between those. And this brings me to secret number 4. Secret number 4 is to celebrate differences. Just as we celebrate differences as people, we should celebrate the differences in your sunflowers. It's okay if your sunflowers look different from each other. It's actually good. That's what it's like in nature. They'll actually look more realistic. You may like one cupcake a little more than the other, but together they actually look a lot better if they're different. So don't stress yourself out and try and replicate your exact perfect sunflower cupcake that you made. And that's your favorite sunflower. Somebody else will like a different one. I feel like Bob Ross right now. I feel like I'm talking about life via cupcakes. Sugar is my muse. All right, time for secret number 5, which is the most important secret because without this, you cannot accomplish anything. Secret number 5 is to have the right frosting. If your frosting is too soft, it's not going to hold its shape, and you could pipe the perfect sunflower and it's just going to droop and mush together. I used my American Crusting buttercream in this video. It's delicious and it's great for decorating. I have lots of different flavor options if you need a recipe. And finally, secret number 6 is to go the extra mile or don't. You can stop here and have a beautiful sunflower that you can be proud of, or you can make it a little easier by using chocolate sprinkles as the center, so you don't have to make black buttercream. I would do that part last though if you're using sprinkles. Or if you really want to stand out from the rest, maybe this isn't your first sunflower you've piped, I'm going to show you a cool technique that you can do to really make this look realistic that most people don't do. And if this is your first sunflower, maybe skip it for now and the next round you try this. When you really study a sunflower, you'll see there's usually a ring in that center of black. It's like a light yellow. So we're going to add some yellow to our middle black sunflower. And this black is so dark it's hard to see any definition, so it's nice to give it some depth here. We can't just pipe straight yellow because it'll be too bright. It won't look realistic. So we're going to mix our black and yellow buttercream together. This is a great thing to do at the end with your leftover buttercream. Lay down some plastic wrap and put a layer of your yellow buttercream down first. And then put a layer of your black buttercream on top of that. Then we're going to roll that up. The yellow is going to be on the outside and the black is going to be on the inside. And then look at which side looks more like how you like it and cut that end. And you're going to put that in a piping bag. You're going to use a tip number 14 to pipe this. And whenever you mix colors like this, it's good to try it out on something else first to make sure you're getting the color you want. You might have to pipe some of it out in the beginning to get the color combination you want. And then once you do, you just pipe a ring of that buttercream. And I like to do a ring on the outside and then a little bit in the center. I feel like this really gives it texture too. It gives it that furry look that sunflowers have in the middle. We're just gonna pipe it the same way we did the pure black. These cupcakes turned out so pretty. I love them. And the extra step we just took at the end really makes them realistic. It really makes them wedding worthy. I would totally do this for a wedding. I would love to see your sunflowers, whether it's on a cake or cupcakes. Please send me pictures. It totally makes my day, especially because they're sunflowers. I have lots of other tutorials on different types of flowers if you want to learn how to pipe more flowers. And actually, I have a lot of tutorials just on how to pipe lots of different things. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas of what you'd like me to bake or decorate next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.